Hi, I'm Aggie Kobrin. I have a company called CECGlobal Events, and I do events worldwide. I also have a company that I'm launching called Off Hollywood Media, which is a media distribution company. In the last 7 or 8 years, I have done, I'd estimate, about 250 women's events. And when I say that, people look at me, and it's the honest to goodness truth. I've done events from 20 or 30 people up to 5,000, 6,000 people. I'm proud of the fact that I do events worldwide. I do them well. I'm excited by them. I think they're probably one of the most powerful, interesting, exciting things I've done in my life. But I also have to tell you, there's a lot of whining that goes on at those events. Because I've done so many self-help events and so many other types of events, I have a comparison. And when I do these events, I notice women have a real problem with follow-through. I'm not going to say men don't, because there's a lot of men out there that do, but it seems to be a real issue. They make a lot of commitments. They make a lot of promises. They say they're going to do a lot of things, and it never comes to be. And the difficulty is that when we don't follow through, we don't achieve. And I'm certainly guilty of that. I've had my moments. In fact, Sid and I just had a fun conversation about my moments in the last couple of weeks. I'm in the process of launching a toy project, which is part of my distribution company. And my follow-through is not anywhere near what I want it to be. But I'd still say my follow-through is 90% better than most out there, and probably 95% better than most women. Because we have a real tendency to say we're going to do things, to promise we're going to do things, to say, yes, I'll get you this, yes, I'll send you that, and then life happens, and things happen, and we get busy, and we travel, and we do different sorts of things. And I'll tell you, this week somebody came to me and said, I want to invest in your company, and you haven't sent me the material. And I stood there in absolute shock, and she's absolutely right. A week and a half ago, she said to me, I want to make an investment in that project. Send me what I need. I'm ready to do it. It is 10 days later, and I haven't sent it to her. That is nobody's fault but my own. And when she called me and left me that message, I realized that is probably the biggest fault we have, is our follow-through. We have to follow through. We have to make commitments. We have to say we're going to do things, and we have to do them. If she hadn't called me today, she may have turned around, walked away, and never invested in this project, which not only would have hurt me because she didn't invest in something that I needed her to invest in, but more than that, it would have hurt her, because we're talking about an investment where she would have doubled her money and gotten a share of a much larger company. And because of my lack of follow-through and our busy lives, she may have lost that opportunity. And that's how we as women have to think about it. Not as we're out there looking for people to help us, because that was a lot of what I thought for a lot of years. We're out there helping these other people. I'm helping these women become a part of a project, or these men become part of a project that I am so sure of, that I have no doubt, and I'll tell you all about the project sometime, but I have no doubt we're going to double, triple, quadruple the money that we put into this, and we're going to come out of this so much further ahead. And by my not following through, I'm really being unfair to her. And it's a really interesting thing. Think about it. When you're in a situation where you're asking somebody to help, we immediately think of ourselves in a negative. And that's probably where I was thinking of myself, and I didn't follow through the way that I should have. In reality, I'm probably doing her a disservice, and I'm absolutely doing me a disservice by not having followed through. That's something women are notorious for doing. My suggestion to you is, when you make a commitment, follow through. When you say you're going to do something, do it. And your life will be very, very different. This is Aggie Kobrin, Off Hollywood Media.